'Twas the night before Ludum, and all through the house not a coder was stirring, no clicks from his mouse. The voting was done for this game-making dare, in the hopes that the theme we all liked would be there. Hi, I'm Perrin. I'm the creator of Cairo and the White Chamber, but more importantly, I do a lot of game jam games, and I think it would be fair to say the game jams have made me the designer I am today. I can't emphasize enough to you the value you will get from taking a project through from inception, through development to completion, and doing it over and over again, even for these small little projects, is going to teach you so much about design and development, way more than you're going to learn from reading books and forum threads, and possibly even more than you'll learn from just digging away at that one huge epic project that you've been going on for years. And so that's why I'm here today to talk to you about Ludum. So if you want to learn more, go check out that snow globe. Ludum is a weekend-long game-making frenzy. Now, there are a lot of game jams these days, but Ludum really is something special. It's been around a long time and has this absolutely wonderful, inclusive community. This is an event for anyone interested in making games. So the way it works is a theme will be picked and voted upon. This will be your starting point. This is what your game's going to be based off, but then take it in your own direction. And from there, the event will split into two threads, the competition and the jam. Competition is the classic way of doing Ludum. You've kind of got to do everything from scratch here, code, art assets, and you've got to work on your own and get done within 48 hours. Now then there's the jam. The jam is a bit more free-form, rules to the wind. This is for those of you who maybe just want to work with some friends, or this is your first time making a game and want to use Game Maker or Twine, Ren'Py, anything you like, and use some existing art assets. Do whatever you like, as long as you can get a game done. And not only that, with the jam you get an extra day to finish. So that's not all. With Ludum, you're not forced to make one specific type of game or anything like that. Whether you want to make a classic retro-style pixel platformer, or you want to do some sort of hand-drawn adventure game with a more personal twinge, you can do whatever you like, as long as it kind of roughly fits around the theme. The important thing you need to remember, though, is that as well as Ludum being special, whatever you make is special. The games we make aren't just a combination of their mechanics and graphics and audio. There's so much more than that. Games just are an infusion of the things we love and the things we want to share with other people. So I want you to remember that. When you're making a game, you're making something that is a personal statement about the kind of things you enjoy and want to pass on to other people to play. So if you're going to do this, you're going to need some advice. Check out the fireplace. If you seek to join me on this quest, abide these 4 clues. Number 1, fools rush in. So what I mean by this is you've got a whole weekend ahead of you, so don't go with the first idea you think of as soon as you hear the theme. Chances are the first idea you think of is the first idea 100 other people think of. You don't want to spend all day mulling it over, but at the same time, just give it a few hours to just get the ideas straight in your head and come up with something that, that matters to you or is at least interesting to you. Number 2, beware the creeper features. So yeah, keep your game small. I know, especially if you've made games before, it's very easy to think that 48 hours is a long time, so maybe you should be making something cool and ambitious. And I think it's important to make something that's interesting, but at the same time, let's not go crazy. If you plan for a game that's only going to take you a day, maybe half a day, I guarantee you it will take longer than you expect. And so, the smaller your scope, the better chance you have of finishing. And hey, if you finish early, that gives you all the extra time in the world to add more stuff. Number 3, thou shalt have playable quickly. So despite what I said about taking a little time to come up with an idea, once you do have an idea, get it playable as quickly as possible. Don't spend the entire first day working on concept art and mock-ups. The quicker you have something running, the quicker you're going to be able to start gauging whether it's interesting or not. If you're building a game that relies on coming together at the last minute, chances are you're probably going to miss the deadline. Number 4, thou shalt polish. So when you're wrapping up, it's really important to try and spend a little bit of time just polishing your game. And what I mean by that is get rid of your default fonts and put something in a bit more appropriate. Make sure you've got sound effects. Make sure you've got particle effects if they're appropriate. Just do all that kind of simple stuff that makes your game feel that much more well-rounded and well-developed than if you just throw it out as soon as it seems vaguely done. We're nearly done here. Just go check that table over there. So I mentioned that Ludum has a really wonderful community, so I absolutely encourage you to take part in that. Sign up on the blog, and over the course of the weekend, make sure you're posting stuff alongside your peers. It's really encouraging to see what other people are doing while sharing what you're up to. And there's some Ludum traditions that you should absolutely get involved of. What I want to see from you is pictures of your desktop setup. I want to see pictures of the food you've been eating over the weekend. I want to see progress shots from your game. I want to see time-lapse videos. And I want to see, on the second day, you posting blog posts about all the extraneous features you're cutting out to get that game done in time. Now, what I don't want to see is a lot of moaning on day one about how much the theme sucks. Yeah, sure, it might suck, but I bet you can come up with something interesting with it anyway. And you know what I definitely don't want to see? I don't want to see at the end of day one you saying, well, it's been a learning experience, but it's not really coming together, so I'm just going to sack it off. You know what? You've got a whole day left, so start again. Start again with something smaller and have another go. Yeah, it may not be the dream game you imagine, but finishing something is going to be so satisfying. Most important of all is just to finish a game. That's what this is all about, and you are absolutely capable of it. Look, all I'm saying is that I think making video games is a really rewarding way of expressing yourself, and Ludum is a fantastic opportunity to do just that regardless of your skill level. Don't think of the time limit as a hindrance. Think of it as a boundary to help you get this project finished, rather than just digging away at some epic project that you may or may never finish. You know, there's a saying that goes Ludum that your game is your prize. I would ask you to think about it slightly differently. I would ask you to think about it as the game you're making is a gift you're going to share with everyone else. And in return, when this is all done, you're going to find 1,000 other games under the tree waiting for you to play. So all that's left is for me to wish you good luck and a merry Ludum.